Hi, I'm Strumpet. Welcome to All Pets Allowed TV, Episode 1. There have been other videos, but I have not appeared in them, and I have not said anything in them, so we're calling this Episode 1 of All Pets Allowed TV. Today, I'm going to show you what happened with my Shih Fu fight last week. All's well that ends well, let me tell you that. It has a happy ending. But since I beat the Celestial Tournament many, many moons ago, every week I have been going back with the same team for Shih Fu because it was a surefire win. It never failed me. My Dragon Kite and Moth sort of combination never failed. So I always save Shih Fu for last because he was such a sure thing. So I wouldn't, if I failed on one of the other ones, I wouldn't have as much to go back and do later on. But this time, my Shih Fu surefire team did not do well for me. So I go through and try to still beat the tournament because I've done all the 3 other tamers and 3 other Celestials. I don't want to go back and do them all again. So I, persevered, and I'm going to go through and show you some of my attempts and some of my choices and try to explain them to you and try to explain what I was thinking and why on earth I didn't give up after all the failed attempts, I don't know. But there you go. Here's an example of a Shih Fu fight gone bad that can be rescued. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so at this point I have just killed Xiao, or beat Xiao. He doesn't actually die. And I am going to try to defeat Shih Fu with my normal team, my Dragon Kite, and my, I've forgotten what, they're like little fireflies or something. I can't remember exactly which ones I have. We're going to have to look at that here in a second. But normally I start out with my Dragon Kite. I throw out the volcano first because I'm faster than him, and I want to negate his Moonfire afterwards with my Lightning Storm. So watch what happens when he does his Moonfire. Oh my god, 1434 crit. Since I only have 1400 health, that's the end of that. Oh my golly, I am panicking. Whew, that's not going to work for me now. Okay, here you can see my other team I normally use. My Shinefly and my Melee Sparkler. Usually my Shinefly is enough to beat him. So, now I'm thinking, oh god, what am I going to do? I'm thinking, oh, okay. I don't know. So I'm trying now to go through my pet book to see what other pets have the same kind of increased damage. First of all, I want to have increased damage so that I can get him down quickly. I've used a lot of my other pets already. My Sky Wisp Moth, the only one I have, I'm thinking maybe I should level 2. It has lost a lot of health on Xiao, so I don't really want to use her because I'm worried that she doesn't have enough health left. But I try it. So I'm thinking, okay, I can do the Lightning Storm with my Sky Wisp Moth, but I have to go second because of this thing, so I do the little blocking effect first. Then I do my Lightning Storm, and then I swap out to someone who has Swarm, which is how I normally would do it when I do it with my Dragon Kite. And I'm thinking, okay, this isn't the end of the world. We'll just do it this way, and it won't be a problem. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to work very well. I'm going to mute the gameplay from my end so you can, you don't have to hear the feedback or whatever, hopefully. At this point, I'm going, oh my god, I've already got one dead, and it's not going well. And so I missed time because I've never had to do this before. I mistime my Lightning Storm I shouldn't have done it when he had so much, when he was going to be doing Moonfire again very soon. And I basically lose the whole effect here in a minute. I think that's on this line. Yeah. There we go. So I mistime everything. I'm flustered. I'm not doing anything right. And I'm thinking, oh God, that just didn't go well. So now I'm going, okay, what are we going to do? I'm thinking, what other things? I don't have anyone left with Lightning Storm. So I know that something a lot of other people do is they do the haunt and use that effect instead. So I'm looking through my spell book. I'm looking for things that increase stuff, that increase damage. And basically, you can see I'm just wondering what on earth am I going to do. Obviously, I've decided to use the Unborn Valkyr with her Haunt and Curse of Doom, because I've seen people use that technique and win. And I'm going to use the Clockwork Gnome because he has the turret, and I'm thinking that does a lot of damage, and the Haunt will affect each of the hits from the turret when he hits. Also, I've got my Cogblade Raptor in there at the moment. Look at all the dead stuff from my other battles. Okay. Feeling kind of sick. What I've done here is, if you see the pet team that's selected, it's called Xiao with Undead. That's the pet team that I would normally, that I had saved for myself in case things go badly with Xiao, with my Skywisp Moth. I never actually feel like I have to use it. Nope, I decided not to do that. Okay. Extra place. I picked my Son of Animus to replace the Cogblade Raptor. I used the Clockwork Gnome and my Unborn Valkyr. We'll see how this goes. Now the thing is, in this team, I don't have anything that's going to negate the weather effect that old Shufu has. So his hits are all guaranteed to hit at the moment. It's not a good thing. So I've got my Curse of Doom on him. And I'm going to stick up my Haunt, which I don't use that often. I'm not a big Unborn Valkyr user, so chances are I don't really know how to use it to its full advantage. I don't know. Oh, look at that. He hurt me so bad so quickly. And I don't even have time to put up my turret, so this is not going well for me. Obviously, this is not a team that I know how to use well. Obviously, it's not going well. I mean, the turret's hitting him. I decided to take him out, hoping that I can put up a second turret again soon. He's getting hit by the turret. That's fine. Oh my gosh, that's so hard. So now I've put up the little sort of heal on him. I'm hoping to get a second turret up here for my Clockwork Gnome. But, he's already been dead once, so that's not going to happen. I'm thinking, there's no way that my poor Son of Animus is going to be able to survive this. And I'm completely right. He doesn't hit hard enough. And Shufu's going to kill him. So if he'd gotten a crit off, maybe I would have been able to survive. I don't know. Maybe I should have used a different heal at the other point. I don't know. But at this point, I'm going, oh my gosh, now what do I have? At this point, I'm actually really panicking. I'm thinking, gosh, it really looks like I am going to have to try to do this all over again. Now, in this fight, I actually ruined things a little for myself. I'm looking for something that has something that will blind him. And I actually don't hit with my Haunt, which is horrendous. So right now I've decided on my little Deathwing because he has Call Darkness. My Ghostly Skull because he has the Haunt and the Spectral Strike. I'm thinking I'll blind him and then use Spectral Strike and then Haunt or something of that to that effect, I guess, is what I'm thinking. I'm also looking to just try to decide if I have something that's more powerful and has a different weather effect. I'm really just trying to put together teams that I think might work in my head. Ascension, but this is what I've decided to go with. The Creepy Crate. So I decide I'm going to blind him with Call Darkness to negate the Moonfire effect. Now what I don't know is that actually ruins my own chances of hitting him. I put up the Elementium Bolt. He actually missed me there because of the Call Darkness. And then I decide to swap in my Ghostly Skull because I want to try to hit him with my Spectral. That hits him, stuns him. I'm thinking, this doesn't look so bad. And my Unholy Ascension misses him. I didn't realize that would happen. It was a horrible feeling. I was like, oh my gosh, no, my whole strategy now is not here. Because now, of course, he heals himself. I miss him with all my things. I don't know why I tried Bone Storm because that's an AoE thing. I'm just sort of panicking at this point. Obviously, I get killed here too. And I'm thinking that this is not going to happen. So at this point, why don't I just quit? But I have one more thing up my sleeve. And this is, this is what you have to sort of think about when you go through the tournament. Is he's gonna kill my old. I don't know why I didn't just forfeit. And yes, Helmet, you can cry. So I'm going, oh my gosh, yep, they're all dead. They're all dead. Everybody's dead, I'm thinking. So I start looking around and I'm thinking, well, I do have one thing left that I can do. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use something that I use a lot on Tommy Newcomer. So I've gotten out my Dark Moon Zeppelin, which is a mechanical, great for beasts. He has a fantastic evade ability, the decoy ability. He has a fantastic explode ability, so I'm getting those out. My Dark Moon Tonk I have gotten out. We'll see what I decide to do with him. I'm hoping I can maybe beat him down with something that resembles what I do with Tommy Newcomer. I'm going, this is my last attempt. I really want to make sure that this is what I want to use. And yes, this is my Enchanted Broom. Your Enchanted Broom is an amazing pet. I use it for leveling all the time, especially against beasts, because it's super fast. It has great beast abilities, mechanical abilities against beasts. So this is what I'm going to decide to do. Now, I don't use my Sandstorm first. I wind up because I know I'm faster than him, so he would have negated my Sandstorm. I use my Sandstorm so that he won't hit as much and reduce his damage. And I actually kind of like this team. I might use it again at some point because I don't use these in any of my other fights in the tournament. So but it's okay that it's dead because it's done its job. Now I go in there and I'm gonna use my decoy so that he won't hit me a few times. He did heal himself that time, but it's all right. It's gonna be okay. Just hit him with the regular one attack for a while until I'm dead once, and then I'm going to use Explode. And he's missing because of his Sandstorm, of course. Now he's going to hit me pretty hard, but I get one more shot at him. fit in there. He's going to hit me so I die, and then I'm going to use the explode ability. The neat thing is, there we go. So now, and I only have the Darkmoon Tonk left, but he is pretty amazing. I don't want to use my ion cannon just yet. I don't think I have enough to kill him with, but I do use this one that stuns. I've forgotten what that's called. You might have seen it in the middle. He does the Moonfire, which is actually weak against these. It doesn't kill me. And there we go, ion cannon, and he's dead. And boy, was I ever happy. Woohoo! I might use that team again. It was kind of a fun one. So there you go. That was maybe not the best commentary that you have out there, and I'm sorry that I left in a lot of the scrolling. I will try not to do that in future. But I just wanted to show you that even if you have been beating the tournament for a long time, things can go terribly badly. And if you're not used to using certain teams, then it can be hard to decide and pick teams. But I wanted to sort of show you a little bit of what my thought process was when things go badly in the tournament, and that you don't necessarily give up. You sort of try to find what you've got left, what you could possibly use. So maybe that gave you some ideas. I don't know. Maybe it was just useless. I don't know that either. But it just shows you don't give up. There might be something in there that you can use. There might be something, if you synergize correctly, that might actually work. And eventually you'll get there. I do like the Darkmoon mechanicals with the Sandstorm. That was kind of neat. My actually only pet that is level to 25 that has Sandstorm is my Enchanted Broom, but it is one of my favorite pets. So yeah, I hope you got something out of that. And next week maybe I'll go through my new Chi-Chi strategy and videotape that for you. Okay.